What's up, guys? It's Sam. Today I'm going to be watching a video called Dave Ramsey Ruined Our Life, and kind of walk through my thoughts on it. And I have a couple things I don't like about what Dave Ramsey preaches, which I'll talk about at the end. But for the most part, I kind of follow what he teaches. For the most part, he is just trying to teach that people should live below their means and then pay off their debt so that they're more stress-free going forward and then start investing. So in a broad aspect, I believe him, but when it gets down to some of the nitty-gritty details about how to pay off debt, I don't really like exactly what he preaches. But we'll start up the video, and I haven't seen it, so we'll see how this goes.
There's a guy by the name of Dave Ramsey. I was a millionaire starting from nothing by age 26. And I was broke again by 30. I crashed. I splatted. I did stupid with zeros on the end. And then I started over. And I was a millionaire again by the time I was 40. That time I did it with no debt because I don't borrow money. I crashed and burned, but I learned. Believe me, I learned. And for almost 15 years now, I have sat at a broadcast desk like this, doing our talk radio show 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, listening to the pain and heartbreak of literally hundreds of thousands of Americans. With all that said, the man himself absolutely ruined our life. How did he do it? We're going to tell you exactly how. Stay tuned.
My guess is that
Day 56.
they followed his exact plan and didn't invest for a while, but let's see.
Before we got married, I was just reckless, spending more money than I had. Credit cards, loans, car payments. I was like, I'm tired of living in such financial pain and strain. And I was hopeless. I needed to do something different. I remember we were riding in the car down Skybo Road, Fayetteville, shout out. Kept driving, got on YouTube on my phone, and guys, I was so helpless. And I think I typed in help, money help, or something like that. Just help. And this guy, Dave Ramsey, popped up. So I clicked on Dave Ramsey's video, and this guy was yelling at me. He was screaming at me. He was calling me stupid.
That's stupid. Most people are broke. Most people look good, and they're broke. They spend more than they have coming in. They don't act their wage. They don't live on a plan. They don't agree on spending with their spouse. Their only hope for retirement is that the government, which is well known for its ability to handle money, will take care of them. They don't have money set aside for emergencies. They run credit card debt and student loans and car debt all day, every day. They spend like they're in Congress. Most people are stupid when it comes to money. 70% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. The bankruptcy rate is at an all-time high, and foreclosures are rising again. Credit card debt continues to climb, and we have $1 trillion in student loan debt out there. The average car payment in America today now is $496 over 84 months. That's stupid. Normal in America is broke and stupid. You don't want to be normal. You want to be weird. One of the greatest compliments you can get on this show is if you call up and I say, man, you're weird.
I watched more of his videos, and then I went up to my church, and I remembered that we actually went through his class. It's called Financial Peace University. And I was like, hold on, we went through his classes. I just didn't attend.
That's stupid.
I went through his class, and I learned about the 7 baby steps to financial peace. I'm not going to get into all the baby steps because you should go and watch him. We'll link it down below. As of today, we are on baby step 3. But this is why he made our lives a living hell. Because in the process of building an emergency fund and getting out of debt, we had to be weird. We couldn't be normal because, like he said, normal is broke. We had to be
they didn't actually get their life ruined.
We did, guys. Sold everything in our
have to work really hard.
There's no cable. We sold some of our finest clothes, finest shoes. We didn't go on fancy dates and fancy dinners with people and family and birthdays.
Date night was at home.
Date night was at the crib. Parents were checking up on us. Y'all need some money? People were looking at us as if we were un-American. I don't have the money to be going on these steak dinners and out to Miyabi's and out to your stupid birthday. It's not stupid. I was just mad because I could not go. You know why? Because I couldn't afford it. I got bills. I got credit cards. I got a car note. I'm happy. I'm ranting with happiness.
With me being in analytic, that's my money language, you would think that moment in our life was really difficult for me, and I felt insecure and unstable and all that stuff, but I didn't. Surprisingly, I felt super strong because we were doing it together, and we got so much closer. Now we're like a force to be reckoned with. The funny thing is, we rarely used any of our money from our paychecks to pay off our debt. All the stuff that we sacrificed and sold and just got rid of, we used that money to pay off our debt.
Oh my God, I remember we had money all over the place, like stacks. We were selling stuff every day on that app, Let Go and Offer Up. Where I was talking to people, hey, do you want to buy this? Hey, I got this, I got this, I got this. I was about to sell you at one point, but that's besides the point. Thank you, Dave Ramsey. We are going to be that weird couple who's actually walking around with their envelopes in the year 2017 and 18 and beyond. This is my food envelope. I can't buy clothes with this. I can just buy food with this. We're going to be that weird couple who's talking about their kids going to school debt-free. We're going to be that couple talking about we're going to retire at this age because we are on this plan. 7 baby steps. And we're going to get there because we're consistent, we're tenacious about it, and we're weird. Thank you so much, Dave Ramsey, for ruining our lives. Guys, we've been talking about happy money, and I hope that this has made you happy, but I hope that it has challenged you as well. Check out what Dave Ramsey has going on.
Subscribe to his channel.
Subscribe to his channel. You guys don't need us to tell you that. I mean, once you actually watch his video, you can be like, oh no, this is a priority, and if I'm going to have happy money, it's not about me having more money. It's managing money that's going to make you happy. He's not going to say it like that, though.
That's stupid.
That's not right.
If you're new to this channel, we just want you to know that I'm Chill.
I'm Lil.
And we post videos every single day. So watch us daily. Ask us questions. We have a Q&A video coming up.
So that's cool. I think it's kind of funny how they planned that out so that it wasn't actually that Dave Ramsey ruined their life. I think what they found with Dave Ramsey is someone to kind of kick their butt and then give them the exact plan on how to get where they want to go in life. And that's something that I've been working on myself too. I have another video that I'll attach to this, but it goes through my baby steps, and as someone that's been studying this for a couple years, I think that there are better ways to optimize your progress compared to what Dave Ramsey has you do. Because Dave Ramsey isn't necessarily trying to make the most money or to save the most money. He's just trying to get you out of debt as quickly as possible and then think about other things. So mine is more looking over a 30-year span or a 20-year span. What's the quickest way to get to where you want to go? So, but I've been constantly going through that, trying to find out what's the best path for me to, what's the quickest and best path, and that's what they use Dave Ramsey for. There are a couple things I don't like about Dave Ramsey, which I'm going to bring up now. I've talked about them before a little bit, but one is that he believes in the snowball method of paying off debt, which means that you pay off your smallest balance first, and then you move on to every other balance going up to the biggest balance. So the thing that I don't like about this is if you have a credit card debt, if you have credit card debt that's at 20% interest and there's $20,000 on it, and then you have a $5,000 student loan that's at 5% interest, that student loan is only charging you $250 a year at 5% interest, while that credit card debt is literally costing you, I said $20,000 at 20% interest. That's costing you $4,000 a year. So dollar for dollar, it's costing you a lot more. It's costing you 4 times as much to keep that credit card debt open. I'd much rather pay that off first and then go to the student loans. So that's kind of what I did when I started paying off my $55,000 worth of student loan debt. I knocked out the highest balances first, or the highest interest rates first, and then knocked out the lower interest rates later, because I don't care about a 4% loan as much as I care about a 7% loan. So that's the first thing. The second thing is Dave Ramsey says not to invest in your 401k. I was really interested in Dave Ramsey before he said not to invest in your 401k if you have loans. So I was starting up a job where they match 100% of my 401k contributions up to 4%. So I brought up an investment calculator here. If you invest let's say you make $40,000, and they'll match you, what is that, $1,600. They match 4%, and you get that for 5 years in a row. This is all the money that they're matching. That's almost $10,000 in 5 years. If you go over, let's say, 10 years, because you're paying off your debt for 10 years or something, and then you decide to invest in this then. So you would lose out on $23,000. So that might not seem like a ton, but there's no way that the $1,600 that you would have invested in your 401k, if you put into your debt, there's no way that would have saved you $23,000, because your debt's not at 100% interest rate unless you're doing payday loans or something. There's no way that you can make that kind of return on your money. So you could literally invest in your 401k, pull it out, get penalties, and still make money on it compared to putting it towards your debt. Now, I get if you're living hand to mouth and you literally can't pay to put money in your 401k because then you don't have a house or you don't have food or transportation. I get why people then wouldn't invest in their 401k. But if you're to the point where you have extra money where you're trying to pay off debt, I would invest in the 401k and get the match first. So that's the other thing that I don't agree with Dave Ramsey. But for the most part, I think he does a good job. I think he reaches maybe one of the largest audiences of anyone. So I think that's really beneficial for people to watch him. The other thing is interesting though, is that he's been doing this for 15 or 20 years and has a huge audience. But a lot of young YouTubers now have about the same size audience and have been doing it for 2 or 3 years. They add a little extra pizzazz and aren't necessarily as negative towards their guests as Dave is. And some of those people are Graham Stephan, Andre Jick, people like that. They do a great job and are kind of blowing up on the scene and taking, I think, some of Dave Ramsey's followers and converting them to their followers. But yeah, I might go over some of those other YouTubers that I watch, because I watch maybe 10 or 15 YouTubers that work in finance or work on finance videos, and they're all really good. So I can do that if you guys want. Let me know. Otherwise, if there's anything else you want to see, let me know down below, and I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.